trial has had some fucking big twist. Yeah, literally every
I
one.
mean, that's just story writing. You gotta have some giant twist, or else it gets boring, you know. And
Come on now, twist.
And there's likely to be a big epic twist in this one, because we don't know what's going on. Like, we don't have all the information. Kyoko has all the information. So I hereby decree that we blindly follow Kyoko this entire time.
She has information, but she's also an infomaniac.
An infomaniac?
Yes.
Trial, all rise.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results.
Also, by the way, I started the recording already while we were talking.
Oh. Well, shit.
Yeah.
What's up, YouTube people?
What is up, YouTube people? How are you doing today?
What's up, YouTube people? How are you doing today?
How art thou today?
How art thou today?
If you can figure out who done it,
Number
then only
50,
they will receive
Burger King
punishment.
foot lettuce.
Then I'll... Okay, well...
Well then, let's discuss the specifics of the victim.
I'm really hoping the audio isn't that bad.
It probably is.
Because I was very quiet during that geography video. But I did make sure that the microphone was on high this time, so everything should be okay. We'll find out. Okay, Baka's trying to just... Also, yeah, we talked about the background of this one last time, right?
It's Pank.
I think we're in Candyland.
First, we need to clarify who exactly the unidentified victim is.
It's Kyoko! There's no other explanation!
So it's not Kyoko.
But Kyoko's standing right there.
No! That's a ghost!
Hero.
Oh my god.
But she has legs and stuff.
Well,
But she
that's
has
just
legs and
because...
stuff.
How can you be so incompetent and still be alive? Like, oh my god. Hero absolutely should have been a murder victim. It would have been great to have, like, Taka still around or something. Somebody productive.
But it's funnier without the dumb ones alive.
That's true. Hero makes this game so much better just by existing.
He makes it so much fucking funnier. Like he's so fun to poke at. Like
I love poking. I love poking him.
poking.
She's like the latest evolution in ghost technology!
How does that? I'm so confused.
There's a limit to how much
The latest
ridiculousness I
evolution
can
of
tolerate.
ghost technology.
Yeah. We have to. This is one of the most relatable lines I've ever seen him speak.
Yeah, it really is. He doesn't really say that many
okay.
relatable lines.
So I just have to prove that the corpse isn't Kyoko, right?
I mean, it's really hard to relate to somebody who's in charge of the entire world.
Then let's compare Kyoko's
Yeah, that's
traits
very
to the
true.
traits of the dead body.
Her traits?
As if I would know what being in that position entails. I like
Kyoko's
cookies.
piercing
I love
glare,
cookies.
Kyoko's gloves, Kyoko's face. Should be the gloves, right?
I got it!
There we go.
I'm talking about
Yeah,
her gloves.
That's probably a
They'll
clue.
give us some insight into the mystery. I'm sure of it.
It's yellow text, so yeah. Because, you know, we talked about the hands, right? Hands had painted fingernails. fake fingernails.
Yes.
Had a tattoo on her hand.
In that case, I think it would be helpful
Very
if
much so.
someone explained why she actually wears those gloves.
And would you happen to know the answer?
I think Monokuma told us, right?
In fact, Monokuma told me.
Yeah.
Apparently you have scars on your hands you don't want anyone to see.
I've shown them to Makoto for reasons. It probably just
Probably also shown him her feet.
feet. Ugh.
I was waiting for that fucking reaction. Dude, that's so nasty though. She probably has like athlete's feet or something. Cause she never takes her shoes off. She sleeps in them.
Oh! You know, now that I think about it, the corpse wasn't wearing any gloves, right?
It had no scars, and painted fingernails, and tattoos.
They probably just got burnt up in the explosion. I'm not convinced. The ghost is just trying to fool us all.
Hero, no. There's no way that corpse was Kyoko. Was that a shitbag I hear?
Maybe.
But I can't prove why. We're gonna be stuck here, and the case won't move forward. So I don't have any choice but to. Game time. Let's go.
That Kyoko there is just a ghost.
Impossible.
Okay, then prove it. Prove she's not a ghost.
The dead body wasn't wearing gloves.
They got burnt up in the explosion.
Then she was wearing gloves before the explosion?
Well, yeah, she must have been wearing gloves.
Hey.
No, that's wrong. No, there's no way the corpse was wearing gloves. Whoever it was, they were wearing fake nails, remember? I imagine trying to wear gloves over nails like that
What the
would have
fuck is
been a
that?
pretty big pain.
What is what?
I just heard some ringing ass noise.
Some random ass what?
Some random ass like ringing noise.
Ranking.
Yeah, it was like.
You're going to schizophrenic because I didn't hear anything from either of our.
No, I saw it come through on my mic. Like it actually happened.
It's a ghost. It's a ghost call.
Besides, Kyoko wears gloves to hide her hands, right? It'd be pretty weird for someone who's self-conscious about their hands
Oh, I just heard it again.
to wear
It's
fake
going from my
nails.
fucking brother.
Don't you think?
Oh, it's coming from your brother. Or is it
Yep.
coming on you?
One of the things.
Jeez, man, you don't know women, huh? They're complicated like that.
If anyone doesn't know women, it's you.
That is true. Very, very true.
Well, Kyoko, any thoughts?
These gloves were custom made to the size of my hands to make sure they don't interfere with my daily life. If I wore fake nails, the gloves wouldn't fit properly.
Then that's that. The dead body doesn't belong to Kyoko.
There we go.
Which should have been obvious since she's standing right here.
But of course.
Okay, so then, who's the real victim? First, we need to figure that out.
We already figured that one out, but they're a little bit behind. It's a girl by the name of Duko Inoshima. You may remember her. She was awfully frail.
That's the first thing I said. You're the one who's been
Awfully,
dragging us around in
crispy.
circles.
What? Awfully crispy?
Yep.
She was awfully cheesed.
Burn up into a pile of ash, more like.
And that was Celestia Lutenberg, not hers.
No, I'm talking about that fucking dead body. It's probably Junko.
Yes, I know, but Celestia Lutenberg was one that got burned. Junko was just exploded.
Yeah, well, the fires from the explosion burnt her to a crisp, is what I'm saying.
Before anything, we have to identify the victim. Everything starts from there. Hey, let's go. Go.
If Kyoko really is still alive, then who died?
There's gotta be some way to figure it out.
I don't think so. The face was scorched beyond recognition. And there wasn't any description in the Monokuma file.
Well, if we can't identify the body...
There we go.
No, that's wrong.
Counter.
I did it. Yeah.
Correct.
There was one clue left behind that we can use to identify the body.
What? For real?
Tattoo.
If you're lying, you'll die a cruel and unusual death.
Tucker, are you okay? Actually, I just did.
Cruel and unusual death. This I gotta see.
Hero, what? What?
She's just being stupid. Ignore them, Makoto. Tell us what you're talking about.
The key to figuring out who it was is the tattoo on the back of her hand.
Oh, yeah. The design's pretty strange, huh? Is this a dog?
Her master must have made her get it. To be like, you're my bitch.
I'll be your bitch.
We can't leave discovery had to kill the body.
Natsuki the imposter.
Seriously? They really did something that humiliating?
Bruh, hold on.
No, that's not it. The identity of the victim is hidden within that tattoo.
Oh, really?
I got it! The Fenrir Mercenary Corps. That's the name of the military group Mukuro Ikusaba belonged to.
Okay, so...
To show that they're a member of the team, each soldier that joins the squad would get a tattoo representing Fenrir somewhere on their body.
Fenrir?
Yeah. Okay, they're starting to off. Yeah.
Now I understand! The representation of Fenrir is a wolf.
Fenrir, the Wolf of Ragnarok. It's from Norse mythology. A huge, world-ending wolf beast. He's the child of the trickster god Loki, and a female giant.
Man, after all this time, we finally got a glimpse of the literary all-star.
Honestly, I forgot she was a writing prodigy. I really wish they would have taken into account more of the people's, I wish they would have taken into account more, people's talents in this thing. Because they did with Leon. That's how they depicted him. They sort of did it with Celeste.
I mean, they did it to an extent with everybody, but I feel like it was best displayed with Leon.
Although, how could they have done it with some people? Like, Kitsumi, he would just pass out, like, fanfics he made, or even, really. In the manga, he's just a black dude. I mean, what is he supposed to do? Sakura obviously did some stuff. Toko just did something. Hero hasn't done anything. Allie has not had a chance to do anything. Kyoko obviously is the ultimate detective. She's done everything. guess I remember this
A wolf tattoo. Then that means...
Exactly. The body we found had a tattoo of a wolf, which means that person must have once belonged to Fenrir. So it must have been Mukuro.
Okay, yeah, so...
Mukuro Ikusawa.
So the body was moved around the shop. The body was moved around the shop. Who kind of been dressed up as Juko or was right? Be like,
What?
Hold on. Isn't she the one that was behind this whole thing?
You sound surprised, but you're absolutely right. Yes, indeed. The trial this time is to solve the murder of Mukuro Ikusaba.
never mind.
What? Are you saying the mastermind is dead? And now we have to have a cool-ass trial?
You know, Monokuma really almost
If there's one thing that he's not, it's a fucking liar.
Yeah.
Like,
No. It means we were
But he's
wrong
everything
in
else
thinking
in
that
the
Mukuro
book,
was the
for sure.
mastermind at all.
and he's also
I mean,
probably a fucking
being
like
the
some
ultimate
weird
despair
like
seems like a
kidnapper,
pretty
maybe child
mastermindy title
molester,
to
I
me.
don't know. Like he gives me them vibes. He gives me like free candy, you know, free Wi-Fi, white van vibes.
Not to mention he's displaying this as a TV show to people all over the world.
Yeah, like dude is sick in the fucking head.
Maybe we shouldn't have been thinking of her as the ultimate despair in the first place.
Although, actually, now that I think about it, most people is just a robot. So remember, he's controlling
After all, looking at her profile, I didn't see anything that would fit such a description.
Thank God.
All it said was that she was the ultimate soldier. If I remember correctly, that other
we had a real
information
fun go
came
at
from...
things. Last time they were sentient characters in the game, if you recall correctly. Just said none of these characters are sentient. Thank God. Remember what happened last time? There were sentient characters in the game.
Yeah, we had to endure a psychological board. Yeah. Romance turned psychological board. I still will never forgive that game for what it did. It was fun nonetheless.
Yes, it both scarred me for life and has like a place in my heart near and dear. Like it's a weird vibe.
Kyoko. That's what you told Makoto, right?
So that means Kyoko got it wrong?
Then who was she? Who was Mukuro Ikusaba? She's been gone this whole time, and when she finally turns up, she gets killed.
Usually when there's a scene where an important character dies, it has a lot more detail.
So you're saying she wasn't an important character? Which would mean she was the same as us, just another participant.
Then who's the real mastermind?
It must have been the Hope's Peak Academy headmaster after all.
No, the headmaster has nothing to do with it.
Okay.
The headmaster.
But how can we trust that? We already know your information about Mukuro was wrong.
See, yeah, the humor of girl, as we discussed earlier today.
I can have more sophisticated humor, but I just choose not to.
My information was not wrong.
Okay. We're in the middle of a trial right now. Figuring out who killed Mukuro is first and foremost.
This is strange. She doesn't cut in my
God
face.
damn it.
Please limit all future prattle, chatter, and chit-chat as much as possible.
Fine. Uncovering the identity of the
Monokuma
mastermind will
gives me
have to
crippling
wait.
anxiety.
But remember this.
What? Monokuma gives you what?
I said-
Anxiety?
Crippling anxiety.
Oh yeah. He just gives me the crunchy.
I feel like every time I see every time I fucking think of Monokuma, I start sweating. Like,
Really?
I wake up in a cold sweat at 4 a.m. every night thinking about Monokuma.
I wish this was true. That would be so funny. Maybe by the end of the series you actually will be. But
I probably fucking will be. This goddamn game.
it's not even because of the games themselves, it's from the existential crisis of being in this franchise for eternity.
I'm gonna start having dreams about like Kyoko fucking jumping off a cliff, like.
Just
Or Aoi and fucking Makoto fucking because yeah, same hyperver for sex. Yes. Indeed.
The
Indeed.
fact that we have 3 more
Indeed.
games.
Trace games.
3 more games.
Trace Moss.
Are they each gonna take 2 more years to do?
Ah, God, I hope not.
Well, if you're the one that makes it that way, so you better hope not the most.
No matter what happens, we will find out who you really are. I stake my family
I'm
name
saying.
on it.
I have officially decided to completely ignore all such attempts at provocation. Now then, just so nobody's confused, let me state this one more time for the record. The reason we're having a class trial is because a murder among the students has taken place.
Oh, I know what he's trying to say. He's saying that one of them murdered people is what they're trying to say.
Hammer that point straight into your big ol' brains!
What you're saying is that both the victim and the culprit are part of the student body?
Then, one of us killed Mukuro?
Well, there you go.
Wait, no!
Well, no
There's a
shit,
chance
one of
that
you
there's
killed
some mystery
Mukuro.
17th
That's what you were
person
there
who's been
for.
hiding all along!
There's a mystery 17th person. Yeah, that's right.
Mukuro Ikusaba, the mystery 17th person hiding somewhere in the school.
There's the 16th student hiding somewhere in the school. The one that
Your
calls
mom's
her
pussy.
there. Watch out for her.
Grab him by the pussy. China.
Well, I do that regardless. You don't have to tell me. I do that every Saturday night during this recording.
Oh.
Say hi to
Oh
Sheila.
no.
She's 4 years.
Hello!
Hello, I need Sheila. Okay, we're gonna kill this bit now.
Nope. There are only 16 students in total that have been taking part in these events.
There are only 16 students in total that have been taking part. Hold up. So there are 16 students. 16 students. Mukuro Ikusaba is dead. The other 9 are dead. There were 15 in the beginning. with the 6 left, so technically only these 6 are still alive. If you don't take into account that more than likely, no, Mukuro is Junko. She is Junko because of the detail about the multiple holes in this victim's body that look rather old. That detail. That's how Junko died. And if that
is exactly how Junko died.
That means there's another student. And that's...
Oh my god. Is your profile picture the fucking butler from,
Jesse?
From Jesse? Yeah.
Yeah. We need a podcast to show off this glorious profile picture. I change my profile picture almost every podcast.
I just found one that made me laugh and stuck with it. Like, look at this shit. It goes so well with my username.
Yeah,
It's just a fucking cracker ass nachos.
Yeah. What is it like? Like saltine
It's-
crackers?
It's literally saltine crackers with melted fucking microwave cheese on top.
Yeah, that's so beautiful.
Seriously? Then one of us killed Mukuro?
Who did it?
Oh yeah, you
Who's the
can't
killer
tell by the
this
picture,
time?
but there's a fucking bottle of Coke right next to it.
Yeah.
Get a hold of yourself. We've already narrowed down the list of possible
I
suspects.
thought Byakuya said kill yourself.
I wish you would just say that.
Kill yourself, we're already narrowed down.
Okay, okay, sir.
Oh my god. Donald Duck just fucking possessed your body.
That's pretty good. What was about? I was. What was I saying? Something to do. Oh yeah, the list of possible suspects can only be Makoto or Kyoko, at least to them. Being that, all 4 of them were together the entire time the events took place. So.
Huh?
I'm sure you realize who I'm talking about, right, Makoto? Who the evidence points to?
I got it! You've narrowed it down to Kyoko and me, right?
Why do you say that?
Allow me to explain. Just after nighttime last night, I went to the garden, so I can confirm that at that point, there was no dead body there. So, the murder must have taken place after I left the garden. However, Hiro, Toko, Hina, and I were in the gym the entire time.
The gym?
That's right. The 4 of us were there trying to dismantle Monokuma. The whole time, we were very careful not to go anywhere alone. We even went to the bathroom in pairs. All of which is to say, the 4 of us all have alibis. The only ones without alibis
Are me and Makoto. That's why you're able to narrow down the list of suspects.
exactly so.
Yeah, Kyoko.
I have something I'd like to say regarding the whole alibi thing.
Oh my, no, this is how it's gonna go. It's gonna be us. It's gonna be Makoto versus Kyoko. And one of them has to die.
Oh my god.
We're gonna lose Kyoko.
Holy shit. We're gonna lose our one and only.
No. Why? No.
Why? Why?
I'll never get the wrong song again.
Guess who's back?
But yeah, so
Yeah, we're friends.
So one of them is gonna die. Assuming it's gonna be Kyoko, because there's no way Makoto's gonna die since we know we didn't do it.
Are you thinking of raising an objection?
Well, before that, I just want to try and get a better idea of what time the murder took place. Doing that might reveal some kind of clue.
Objection here, sir.
Whatever you want. Somebody go ahead and help him out.
Me and Byakuya can both confirm that the body wasn't in the garden at... Well, it was after nighttime for sure. I'd say it must have been around 10 o'clock. So the murder must have happened after 10 p.m.
Then I guess we can say the time frame for the murder was between then and when we found the body?
That's not real.
Oh, but what time did we find the body?
It was 9. 9 a.m.
The one who saw the body first was Toko, right? And she went to go get the pickaxe.
I got it! The body must have been discovered at 9 a.m., since that's when Toko went to get the pickaxe.
I just thought of the time. The sprinkler. The body, like that tarp. The body was wet. The tarp was wet. So that narrows it down to before I think the sprinkler went off at 7:30. This is not voice acting.
Oh, yeah. That's right. Now then, Toko, what time is it? Okay. Go get the pickaxe and be back here by 9:01.
He's right. It had to be around then.
One thing that I watched an old to try to find the origin of the Sire, and your Byakuya voice sounds so much different now with the Does that make sense?
So we can be totally sure the murder happened sometime between 10 at night and 9
I feel
in
like
the
all
morning.
my voices sound a little different to an extent.
Oh yeah, no, they definitely. Every voice that we do has changed, obviously, because my voice has changed, and yours might have also changed.
Like, my speaking voice hasn't changed much over the last few years, but
It was a lot more smooth.
For me, I was already asleep before nighttime hit, so I don't have an alibi after 10 o'clock.
ugh, what the fuck?
Oh no, he's
But I'm sure I met up with everyone else before 9 this morning.
Is my pedophile?
I mean, he's not unattractive.
Well, none of them are unattractive besides Hifumi.
Besides Hifumi, he's not attractive in any way.
Yeah, not in any way. Not even personality.
He's kind of like an actual weirdo. Like,
Yo, yeah, he's
not like weird in like an endearing way, like weird in an actual like strange, off-putting way.
a lot of the time
Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, he's kind of goofy and relatable, but like, sometimes, bro, like with his fucking obsession with 2D, like, dude.
Oh, and his obsession with Celeste, too,
Yeah, that too.
2D Celeste.
You're the only 3D girl for me.
Hey, I feel like it's doing better than Pokemon, so
Yeah, Hifumi. I do like Hifumi better than Toko. Toko is just.
Hifumi's alright, you know?
Yeah.
I'd say
Hifumi's like understandable.
I I place a thing that doesn't just see people, you know? I like
That's
people
true.
not like reading psychos, you know,
I put Sayaka above, well, just a little bit above Fumi.
I know, in the beginner's game, I feel like top of your list.
Yeah.
But it's also been 2 years since I got all about her.
Yeah, I had a Sayaka obsession, bro.
And a Chihiro obsession.
And many obsessions that have followed after that.
Yeah, then there was Sayori, then Monica. Not really Monica.
It was Sayori and Natsuki.
Then there was Yuri. I say
We've each had our fair share of obsession characters.
yeah, it's mostly for jokes, but you know, whatever.
Those jokes say something about our personalities, probably.
I apparently really like the colors purple and aggressive. Yeah, aggressive people.
Apparently,
we ran
I
into
just
each other in the dining hall,
apparently
right?
I just really like people
was around-
who die.
They also have big Udon.
Neither does Sayori.
Well, Sayori was. I wasn't talking about Sayori. I was talking about Yuri for the. I also like
I'll be your bitch.
I was gonna say it.
Oh yeah, right around 7:30. I remember checking right before I
That's
went
gonna
in,
be like a
so I'm
verbal
totally
tick.
sure about it.
Just every once in a while, I'll just be like, I'll be your bitch.
I'll feel like Sire.
Sire?
Oh, you good? What the fuck? Man's dying.
Sorry, I was just yelling with lava.
Which means from 10 p.m. to 7:30 a.m., you don't have an alibi.
Yeah, that is about that hour. We're having to think in my and I'm like 10 p.m. to 7:30 a.m. And look at the game of each other. Can't run all that crap period.
We've established a time frame for the murder. It took place somewhere between 10 o'clock at night and 9 o'clock in the morning.
Yep, and Makoto doesn't have an alibi for most of that time.
Yeah, from 10 o'clock to 7:30.
That's more than enough time to commit murder, I should think. So Makoto, if you have any objections, now would be the time.
Have you tried using sprinklers on 7:30?
I already did that.
We've established a time frame for the murder. It took place somewhere between 10 o'clock.
Oh, that was it.
No, that's wrong. Actually, the murder couldn't have happened anywhere near 10 o'clock. It had to have taken place way later.
And what makes you say that?
Because of the sprinklers in the garden. The sprinklers are set to go off right at 7:30 every morning, right? So if the body had been in the garden before 7:30, then it should have been completely soaked.
Oh, hold on. I remember this part perfectly. The body was wet. Dripping wet, in fact.
Sorry, Toko, but you're wrong.
I'm wrong? How? Are you saying only the mouth down south was wet?
Oh my god.
How dare you spew such indecent words!
Oh my god. Kyoko was that was at the time. I love the phrase the mouth down south.
The mouth down south.
Yeah. Ever seen the movie Teeth?
No, and I really don't want to after hearing the mouth down south.
You want to know what the movie Teeth is about?
Is it about there being teeth in the mouth down south?
Yes. A girl like yeah.
No, I'm saying that the body was wet, but not because of the sprinklers.
What do you mean? By denying the sprinkler, are you trying to deny my entire existence?
Man, you're totally wacko.
If you really think it wasn't the sprinkler, you'd better tell us why!
How to do this.
I admit nothing. I hate you. No! I don't know anything! Hold on! Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing. I hate you. No! I don't know anything! Hold on! Are you trying to blame me?
You gotta
I
hit the
admit
thing.
nothing. Are you trying to blame me?
It just wasn't working though.
I admit nothing. I hate you. No! I don't know anything. Hold on. Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing. I hate you. No! I don't know anything. Hold on. Are you trying to blame me?
Did well.
How can you say it wasn't?
This should prove it. Just remember what the body was like after the explosion, and you'll see why it wasn't the sprinklers. The top half of the body was wet, yes, but the bottom half was completely dry.
Because of that tar. And no, wait. I got burning. I think it was on the fucking and the water that Dakota used.
If the sprinklers got the body wet, shouldn't the whole body have been wet?
So they only got the top wet? The bottom was completely dry?
How have they not
Brutal
mentioned
maniac!
them putting out the fire that was literally fucking on her
They
top
probably have
half?
to do that.
I'm so sick of her.
Let's just move on. The reason only the top half was wet was because
Yeah, you're fine.
Finally.
while the body was still
Oh
on
my
fire,
God.
I doused it with water. But only the part on fire, the top half.
Oh, then I guess the sprinklers really didn't do it.
So if the sprinklers didn't get the body wet, then the murder must have taken place sometime after the sprinklers turned on at 7:30 in the morning.
Which means she must have been killed sometime between then and when the body was discovered at 9.
Except that it's not true because you know the tarp was wet and they had to use the tarp to cover the body. So it was before section. Are they trying to
But Makoto's alibi was only missing from 10 o'clock last night to 7:30 this morning, right?
So there's no way Makoto could have done it! I guess you had an alibi after all. Good for you!
In which case, the only one left without an alibi is Kyoko.
I'd just like to say one thing.
Kyoko murder something. That's okay. Kyoko.
If you vote for me and I die here, the mystery of this school will stay hidden forever. Which is why I can't let that happen.
So are you saying you're not the culprit?
Of course I'm not. I have no reason to kill anyone. This is a trap the mastermind has laid for us.
A trap?
We're this far into the game and now you decide to blame me? Stop wasting time! Stop wasting energy! You really think your little trick is gonna work?
Shut up, you!
You got it, boss! Shutting up now!
Anyway, Kyoko, you actually did have a reason to kill her.
Huh? She did?
She thought Mukuro was the ultimate despair. In other words, the mastermind behind everything. So she killed her to try and put a stop to all this. Isn't that right, Kyoko? But you made one catastrophic mistake. Mukuro wasn't the mastermind at all. And as a result, we were forced into another trial, something I'm sure you weren't at all expecting.
So, that was her motive?
If she had a motive and no alibi, well then, I think it's pretty clear Kyoko's gotta be the culprit.
I'm not the only one without an alibi. Makoto's explanation is still insufficient.
Uh-oh. Kyoko? What are you doing?
Huh?
The sprinklers didn't get the body wet, but that doesn't mean the murder happened when he said it did.
What are you?
Because you see, there is a way the body could have avoided getting wet.
Interesting. I'm listening.
All it would take is covering the body with a certain something to keep it from getting wet.
No.
Could have been the fucking
I
tarp.
got it. You're talking about the tarp, aren't you?
You catch on quick.
You catch on quick, unlike this game.
You're right. All you'd have to do is cover the body with the tarp, and that
She
would take
very
care of the
well
water.
may. Fuck. Oh my god.
In fact, that's exactly what the killer did. The dirt pattern on the tarp can attest to that. Only one side of the tarp got dirty, because that's the side that got covered in water. The side that faced down over the body, meanwhile, kept perfectly clean. This proves that the killer used the tarp to keep the body from getting soaked.
But why would they go to all that effort just to keep the body from getting wet?
To frame Kyoko.
Most likely so they could cloud the issue of when the murder actually took place. In other words, to create an excuse exactly like the one Makoto just gave us.
Why would you want to make it like this? I can't even think about that part. So just use the word Kyoko said.
Wait. Something's not right.
And what might that be?
Isn't there blood on the tarp? If the body was murdered, the chicken. Remember the chicken? Remember how we talked about the missing chicken could have been used for blood?
Oh yeah.
I think
The little
that's after they covered up the tarp. I can't can't worry about Kyoko's motivations. If I don't do something, everyone's going to think I'm crazy. I just what Kyoko said. Oh man, I was just a little too slow.
By covering the killer prevents.
So the reason that is because the spring, but the underside, it was totally split because that side.
Since it was facing down toward the body, of course it didn't get dirty!
There we go.
No, that's wrong.
This has been a rather simple trial. Suspiciousness.
Actually, one side being clean is pretty strange if you think about it. Because the blood wasn't dry before the body got blown up, right? Byakuya said it himself. Not to touch it, or you might get some on you. If you put a tarp on a body in that state, it absolutely would have gotten blood on it.
Well, maybe the culprit washed it, so nobody would know they'd used it.
If they had, they would have washed both sides. Just washing the one side wouldn't hide anything.
Oh, yeah, true.
More than that, what if the very blood we saw on the body was meant as a kind of camouflage? What if, after the killer used the tarp to avoid the sprinklers, they then covered the body in blood that didn't belong to the victim?
You mean someone else's blood?
The chicken.
Where would they get something like that?
I know! They could have grabbed some of the blood packs from the nurse's office. That's what Hifumi did, right? When he pretended to be dead?
No, that's not what happened this time. The killer got the blood from right there in the garden.
Chicken. I was right, Nachos. It was the chicken.
I got it!
The chicken!
Could it have been chicken blood?
Guess what?
What?
Chicken blood.
Chicken blood?
When I checked the chicken coop before the murder, there were 5 chickens.
Count with me, children. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
But after the
Five
murder,
chickens.
there were
They
only
go
4.
Bakak.
Uh-oh. Now there's only 4. Count with me. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 chickens.
So, you're saying someone killed a chicken and then covered the body with its blood? Man, that's messed up.
Killing a living thing just to do something like that is awful. They should have at least eaten it.
I wonder if the killer had to get the blood from the scene so they wouldn't be spotted walking around. Anyway, there's no denying that a chicken went missing, which provides a basis for my theory.
Perhaps, but even so, there's one thing that still doesn't make sense. You said the culprit used the tarp to avoid the water and then covered the body in blood, right? But if that's the case, then the blood should have soaked into the ground around the body. But that's not what we saw. Only the victim's clothing had blood on it. The ground was completely clean.
I have to agree, that certainly is strange. Maybe they didn't apply the blood at the scene. Maybe they covered the coat in blood beforehand.
They covered it beforehand?
When you discovered the body, was it wearing the coat like you normally would?
I said something about that. Doesn't even look like it's wearing the coat.
I think so. Wait, no. The head was through the neck hole, but the arms weren't in the sleeves.
Then that settles it.
Sorry, I'm having a tough time keeping up. What settles what?
Here's what happened. The murder took place before the sprinklers went off. But the body didn't get wet because the killer covered it with the tarp. Then, later, at the same time the killer was gathering up the tarp, they pulled the coat over the body, the coat they'd already covered in blood. This series of cover-ups was meant to disguise the actual time the murder occurred. They wanted us to think the murder happened sometime after the sprinklers had gone off, at 7:30.
if that's actually what took place, it certainly becomes possible that the murder happened earlier.
But to pull all that off, wouldn't they have had to go back to the garden after the sprinklers turned off?
That actually wouldn't have been all that difficult.
Huh?
They already had the coat ready, so they just had to grab the tarp and pull the coat over the body. They'd be done in no time.
Maybe. But still.
Hina, after you met up with Makoto in the dining hall, did you two stay together from that point on?
Oh no. I headed off to the gym, and Makoto didn't show up till later.
Then he had plenty of time to spare, wouldn't you say?
That's not...
Don't bother saying it's not possible.
I must admit, Kyoko's reasoning is sound. Makoto's alibi is inadequate.
I feel like Byakuya's unhappy to convict Makoto. And that's somehow this is just falls back on me again. You can't beat Kyoko, Makoto. But why? My skills are trying to entrap. I don't understand. Narrator. Disguised dead bodies been added to the truth books.
Well then, it looks like we're back to square one.
I see.
Makoto's alibi is no good, so once again, our suspects are him and Kyoko.
For serious, man? Which one of them did it? Hey, why don't we let luck decide? Let's flip a coin. 50-50 odds.
No, that...
Oh!
See? Pretty good idea, right?
No, not that. I just remembered something super serious.
Okay, what is it?
Well, don't just stand there. Out with it.
You know that knife we found all black and burnt?
The one we found stuck in the body before it exploded, right? According to the Monokuma file, the knife went all the way through, from front to back.
Oh my god, it's stuff. They use... body, so that means that Makoto was with them after they extracted the bomb the entire time. So that means he couldn't have planted the bomb at the very least.
Yeah, I almost
So,
forgot about
what about it?
Boomer.
I'm pretty sure I'd seen that knife somewhere before.
Is it? I feel like it's the one
Mono.
that... No, that's the one that Toko gave to me.
That's what I thought when I first saw it. I just remembered.
Listen! More important! Now that we have the knife, what are we gonna do with it?
We can't let Toko keep it, that's for sure. We don't know what she might do.
I don't want it anyway. So what to do? Why don't you hang on to it? Why don't you hang on to it, Makoto? Huh, me?
It's the knife we gave to Makoto?
You don't seem surprised. You must have noticed earlier.
Yeah,
Then why did you hide that fact?
it's not that I hid it. It's just...
I couldn't be sure what actually happened last night. Or maybe I thought Maria really did kill her.
Suspicious! Very suspicious indeed.
And we leave off this video here with Makoto extra suspicious.
Oh, so saucy.
Oh, so sussy. Yes. Yes, queen. Anyway, guys. Have a nice day. See you all in the next one. Remember to peace. Bye-bye.